There's a lot of characters in Garten of Banban. Nab Nab, little bird guy, fucking turtle, Nab Nab, the list goes on. But there's one character in particular more shrouded in mystery than like the Bermuda Triangle or something. And that is, of course, the man, the myth, the little monkey guy, Captain Fiddles. What's good, Reddit Nation? I'm Comedy, and today I will be talking at length about Garten of Banban. Finally! So let's not beat around the bush. Let's be right into the bush. First game. If you know anything about Garten of Banban 1, you know that Captain Fiddles doesn't show up. But you may also know that he's technically the first character you see after pressing the start button on the menu. How fun. We obviously don't get much from this game besides the fact that he says, and I quote, "Ooga booga, ooga booga, booga booga," which is not only the coldest line ever, but is also, according to my calculations, proves that he doesn't have human genome. Because everyone else who has human genomes speaks words. Which, now that I think about it, that doesn't prove anything. Because Jumbo Josh and Opila Bird do say words on the wall art, but do not have human genomes. But shut up, I was still technically right, but we'll get to that in Banban 7. Speaking of Banban 7, I think that's all I got for Banban 1, so let's get right to the one with Nab Nab already.
Three birds with one stone. I get all of your key cards, I get the perfect specimen, and I don't have to deal with that thing down there.
Like in the first game, this one doesn't have the captain himself in it. But wait, it's his crew. It's the Fiddles Pirates. All of them are dead. Fuck. Well, except for Big Guy, but he doesn't show up again after you shoot him in the face, which is beyond fucked up and evil. It seems to be a real Brook One Piece situation. His whole crew died, and shit, maybe he did too. But I have hope, so let's not say that just yet. The crew of Captain Fiddles is the only thing related to him in this game, however, as he shows up out of bounds in the section with the Opila babies. A lot of Cyan Fiddles is also out of bounds, and we see that he already has one of his eyes missing, making it even more fucked up and evil that we shoot him in the face. One last thing for Banban 2. In one of the notes in the secret area for this game, they mention an incident involving Case 12 and its subcases, which I know for a fact are Captain Fiddles, based on a case report from the third game that I will explain in the third game section. This note also said it cost them fortunes, which based on future evidence leads me to believe a lot of money was being spent on Captain Fiddles and his little gang, and they completely fucked them over, which he's so cool for. And with that, I think it's time for Banban 3, also known as the one that has Nab Nab.
Send between our toes and waves as far as we can see. Please watch out!
Oh, what is happening?
I'm gonna just get straight to the point I mentioned in the last section. In this case report on Stinger Flynn, it mentions case 12G, which means that case 12 has at least 7 subcases, and the only character who fits that criteria is, believe it or not, Captain Fiddles, with his crew being the subcases. Except, I'm pretty sure Captain Fiddles himself is 12G, but I'll get into the Banban 7. Okay, into the real meat of Banban 3, and boy is there a lot. Looking at the cast of Banban 3, we say, do my eyes deceive me? Is that my goat? Well, kind of. In Banban 3, we're introduced to the iconic and fucking awesome Stinger Flynn dream sequences that appear in every game after this with the same cast of characters, except for that time Choo Choo Charles showed up. And guess who just so happens to be a part of the cast? That's right, fucking Nab Nab, baby, yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, and Captain Fiddles. Yeah, let's go. He doesn't exactly talk in these, but hey, it's a start. He does give the coldest response ever to Banban here though. Look at this. God, he's so cool. We don't get any info from him here. It's mostly just Banban and Stinger Flynn bickering, but it's still cool to see him in the flesh, sorta. But this isn't where Fiddles' content ends for this game. Oh, no. In one of the secret VHS tapes for this game, we say, holy shit, it's really him. He is with a child here, which I am basically 100% sure is Claire because of the wall mural in the room near the start of the game where someone drew pants on him with crayon, and with the same crayon wrote Claire was here on the floor, which, I don't know, that shows a connection between Claire and Fiddles, I guess. That, and she's the only named child in the series, but this game gives us some information about his past, about the life of Fiddles, but it doesn't really help with finding Fiddles himself. Maybe he's on the next floor down?
Hey, Toadster!
I'm gonna be the king of the pirates!
Nope! Once again, he shows up in the Stinger Flynn dream sequence along with the previously mentioned Choo Choo Charles, and he once again is generally fucking awesome, but we don't really get any new information on him, as far as I'm aware. So I guess I'll use this time to give you some fun facts about Captain Fiddles. Did you know that Captain Fiddles' 3D model is on the thumbnail for the second game's mobile port, despite the fact he isn't in the Banban 2? He also shows up on the thumbnail for the Banban 3 OST. Isn't that wacky and fun and awesome and fun, wacky and cool as hell? Anyway, on to Banban 5.
Won't be doing any of that. Forget what happened between us before. You know you've always been my friend.
Or am I going to have to eat your virginity?
Psych! Fuck the number 5. Sadly, 6 isn't much better than 4. He shows up again in the Stinger Flynn dream sequence, big shocker, but of course, isn't here in the flesh. He does do some awesome shit in this game though. More than usual, I'd say. A wrong bus shows up and he goes over to investigate it with his swanky little walk. Seriously, look at him. God, he's so cool. Anyway, then he gets fucking abducted by a mysterious beam of light. What the hell? Could this be hinting at what truly happened to him? Was he kidnapped? Probably not, seeing as Nab fucking dies a couple seconds later and he's fine. And then everyone else also fucking dies. Anyway, that's really all I have to say about this game. So let's get right to the one without Nab. Oh no. I gotta say, this game has by far my favorite of the dream sequences. First of all, look at him. Look at him dangle his little feet off the chair. He's so stupid. I love him. Second of all, Banban suggests he flies the plane, which means he might actually be able to do that, which is really funny. Or Banban was just trying to start beef with Stinger Flynn in their old married couple bickering session. And last but not least, Fortnite. However, that is not all Fiddles for this game. No. And it's some of the best, most juicy Fiddles content yet. We get not one, but 2 case reports on him, being labeled as Update 6 and Update 8. We learn a whole lot from these. His case number is 12G, like I mentioned earlier, meaning he is one of the subcases. Specifically, the last one, which is interesting. This leads me to think the Cyan Fiddles might be case 12, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. We also learn what genomes are in him, being that which is actually he's just a little monkey guy. That's awesome. This also confirms that he does not, in fact, have human genomes. Remember the start of the video? Someone called the Genius Police and tell them I turned myself in. Along with this information, we also get some more information on the life of Fiddles. We learned that management moved him up to be introduced to the children because apparently he was the most successful out of all the experiments because he's awesome. It then talks about how stressed he is from being separated from his crew and how he seeks comfort from WM, also known as Weatherlight Mason, who may also known as Bambolina, who may also known as My Goat. It's actually really wholesome. He eventually comes around and starts interacting fully with the children and is deemed awesome sauce and will be present in the kindergarten on all days of operation. I'll get to that after I cover updating it. This one documents his joining of Case 7's class of inanimate props. Who's Case 7, you ask? Well, that's Bambolina, who you might also know as My Goat. They talk about how they hope to achieve a maternal relationship between the cases, which is also really goddamn wholesome. Oh my goodness. Anyway, back to the elephant in the room. Captain Fiddles stated to be present at the kindergarten during all days of operation. You know what that means, right? He's with our kid, and Claire, and Miss Mason, and such. Or at least I think he probably is, because it states his primary caregiver was Weatherly Mason, who is the same teacher that is currently with our child in the story. So that's it. That's the only place he could be. We did it. We found Captain Fiddles. Gee whiz. What a journey it's been. I talked about Garten of Banban. I talked about Captain Fiddles. Shit, I even talked about Nab Nab. But you know what I didn't talk about? That's right, the mobile game. Banban Punch Rush is fucking awesome. It also has Captain Fiddles and his crew, and they all have dialogue, and it's really cool, like, and also, holy shit, the green one says he was just sleeping? Is he alive? Is he who we play as in fucking Banban 5? Anyways, that's all I have to say about Punch Rush, and therefore, that's all I have for this video. Oh shit, I forgot about the Roblox game, that's where he was the whole time. Okay, before I end the video, when I was making the video, I got the Captain Fiddles mystery one, and I felt compelled to include that. Okay, bye. Smash subscribe.